Luke Skywalker was just a farm boy until he received a mysterious message from a princess.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She's beautiful.
Star Wars, starring Mark Hamill,
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Harrison Ford,
Boring conversation anyway. Luke, we're gonna get company! I think we took a wrong turn.
Carrie Fisher,
Good luck.
Alec Guinness,
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
20th Century Fox presents the most extraordinary motion picture of all time, Star Wars.
Here's where the fun begins.
No legendary adventure of the past could be as exciting as this romance of the future.
Here they come.
May the Force be with you in Star Wars.
Yay! Now we get into the good Star Wars stuff. Star Wars! Back when it was called A New Hope. You might be looking at this footage, assuming I'm using the same footage here. But you might be looking at it going, why does it look like this? Well, I decided to look at this 16mm version of Star Wars instead of like the special editions. It wasn't even just a matter of the theatrical cut. I just wanted to watch the original 16mm version. I wanted to watch this for a while. I never got a chance to, but now I do. So I guess technically this is the theatrical cut of the film. So back when it was just called Star Wars, and no, not A New Hope, Episode 4, A New Hope. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. Oh yes, teasing Rogue One. Remember Rogue One? During the battle, I don't know why this yellow tech fucks with my eyes so much. During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. That was also in Rogue One, the mildly okay Star Wars movie, I think. It was okay, I guess. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship, the custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. This movie is 45 years old as of now. Well, I say now, but because I plan to release this on May 25th. I'm actually watching this on, what's today now? It is a Tuesday, and I'm trying to figure out what... Hello? I want to see the calendar. April 19th. Okay, so it's April 19th as I'm recording this. And the iconic shot. Looks so much different. Like, it's like not even like, because I'm so used to the special edition. I don't think I've seen the theatrical cut, at least not for a long time anyway. And I haven't seen this print before, so this 60mm print. So there it is, and it's 60mm glory. No dialogue from 3PO there.
Did you hear that? They shut down the main reactor. We'll be destroyed for sure. This is madness.
I almost thought there was something wrong with the audio. I was like, wait, is there no 3PO dialogue? Come on, Vader, do your thing. Do the Rogue One thing. We know you can do that. We saw Rogue One. And the action starts. It kicks off. He's setting up right away that the Empire is pretty sizable threat. I mean, that starship that dwarfs their own ship, you know, that's Star Destroyer. Yeah, probably should have waited for the gunfire to stop, but okay. I guess The Force is with him, the Force is with me, or whatever the fuck that was in the Rogue One, I forgot. Hey, Darth Vader. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey, nice job, guys. I'm gonna go. Go choke a fool, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna choke some motherfuckers. How did you get separated from R2? You were literally behind him a second ago. Only 3PO could be stupid enough to lose R2 like that. While being right behind him. Hey, don't mind me. I wasn't here. Where you just looking at him?
What are we going to do?
Is 3PO got? Does 3PO have vision problems? I guess.
If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador?
Probably could have got an answer from him if you didn't kill him, but.
Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
I will say James Earl Jones does a damn good job in the voice acting in this. It never appears once on screen. Never once. In these Star Wars movies. Hey, there's a bitch over there.
He'll be all right. Inform Lord Vader we have a prisoner.
That was him talking about the stormtrooper that was shot. Now he'll be alright. He'll be alright. Rub some peanut butter on your wound.
There goes another one. Hold your fire. There's no life forms. They must have short-circuited.
I mean, you at least pull it in just to make sure. Use a tractor beam or something. Just in case. I always want to cover your bases in these situations because you don't want to sit there and be like, oh shit, was the plans in there? Oh fuck. Vader, listen, bruh, I'm sorry, man. Listen, I'm sorry. You're not in that choking out phase, are you?
Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not aboard this ship, and no transmissions were made. An escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting, but no life forms were aboard.
She must have hidden the plans in the escape pod. Send a detachment down to retrieve them. See to it personally, Commander. There will be no one to stop us this time.
Yeah, you probably should have, like, you know, brought that ship in just in case. Just in case. Now, I know George Lucas didn't plan for it at the time, but I'm wondering now, like, if there ever was a time in the canon where Vader actually knew that was his daughter. Leia was his daughter.
We seem to be made to suffer. It's our
I mean, he knows Luke Skywalker is his son, so. But I guess he probably wouldn't know based on the name. Like, based on her name being Organa, not Skywalker. But of course, they named Luke Skywalker, so. I don't know, maybe make him Luke Lars. 3PO 3PO's like over a hill. He's flipping up R2. Fuck you! Fuck you! That would be fucking funny though. It's like he's like in the distance. Suck my golden cock! God. I will say I have very fond memories of watching this movie. First time I did was in 1997 at Ziegfeld Theater. The trailer you would have probably saw because I recorded that intro before watching this.
He tricked me into going this way, but he'll do no better.
3PO sounds like a Twitter user who does some stupid shit and then blames everyone else for it. What would C-3PO with Twitter be like anyway? I don't know. That would be. I just think of shit like that sometimes. I'm just like, cause you're just like, that was right out of a Twitter playbook. Fucking hell! I'm like, let's be for real. But yeah, I saw this in the Ziegfeld Theater when I was like 7. So saw the trailer and I was like, "Wow, what is this thing?" And then I watched this movie and I was like obsessed with the Star Wars story ever since. So it's nice to come back to this. I did see the 1997 special edition, so unfortunately, from the way I'm watching this, I won't see the victory celebration song. Get murked, son! Run your shit! Oh shit, you fucking killed him. Go, go, go. Hey, yo, what set you claim, nigga? Just start patting him down. Oh, shit. These little bastards. I guess that's why they go after droids, because they go after real people, they get fucked up real quick. Like, you little bastards, get the fuck out of here. You're gonna straight up murder your ass. This just introduces so many worlds to the, like, right off the bat. Like, these little fucking gremlins just stealing droids and shit. And you're like, what the fuck are they gonna do to this thing? Say what you will about George Lucas and his writing, and believe me, his writing probably would have killed this trilogy if it wasn't for people like Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford to tell him, like, you probably should ease up on this stupid shit, But, you know, if it wasn't for them, we probably would be getting a much different, probably much worse Star Wars. We never know. But who knows? You know, I guess we'll never see that kind of Star Wars because Mark Hamill literally has a story in which he tells the story about this dialogue that Lucas wanted to say, and there's this really overloaded dialogue. It's like, dude, really?
When we were making it, people asked me, well, did you think it was going to be successful? And yeah, I never really thought about it. I just thought, gee, this is great fun. I mean, they're giving us laser guns, and I get to rescue a princess, and, you know.
It looked like a campy thing to make.
Well, sure, and it was so hard. A lot of times, it's a true story. Harrison Ford, who plays the space pirate in the film, at one point threatened to tie George up and make him say his own lines at gunpoint. I mean, the dialogue was a little bit difficult. I remember there was one line that I just begged him to take out of the screenplay, and he finally did. And
it's when, the line?
Yes, boy, I'll never forget it as long as I live. I sometimes dream about this line. It was just coming upon the exploded planet of the princess, Alderaan, and it's totally been blown away. And Harrison says, look, kid, I've done my part of the bargain. When I get to an asteroid, you, the old man, and the droids get dropped off. And my line was, but we can't turn back. Fear is their greatest defense. I doubt if the actual security there is any greater than it was on Aquilai or Solis, and what there is most likely directed towards a large-scale assault. And I thought, who talks like this, George? I mean, this is really not fair because, you know, we're the ones that are going to get vegetables thrown at us, not you.
You know, it's always great to have, you know, outside input telling you, maybe not do that. I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy there, George, but you probably shouldn't. Probably no. Maybe not do this. What? Didn't even give you a chance to answer the first time. What?
If he gets a translator, be sure it speaks Bachi.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice, but I'll remind him.
I do love the Family Guy version of that, where he's like, Luke, what? Because that is kind of irritating to get called like that.
No, not that.
Then again, he should have at least said, yeah, 1 second, instead of just... It kind of does tie into Attack of the Clones, because he was working on a moisture farm, wasn't he? He was working on the Lars. Wow.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Come on, get to it.
Why are you such a dick, Owen?
All right, come on.
It is so sad that most of the actors in this film are dead.
Uncle Owen!
Yeah?
It's R2 unit has a bad motivator, look!
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
Are they gonna retcon that in like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that Obi-Wan like used the Force to destroy that droid?
Is there anything I might do to help?
No, not unless you can alter time, speed up the harvest, or teleport me out.
Not unless you kill my aunt and uncle right now. Can you at least kill my aunt and uncle? And C-3PO's like, well, I can do that. Just choke them out.
All right, I'll be right there, Aunt Beru.
Does Aunt Beru have a neurological disorder that makes her call Luke twice in a row for some reason?
I don't think he exists anymore. He died about the same time as your father.
You knew my father?
I told you to forget it. Your only concern is to prepare those new...
Told him forget it, but you bring up that fact about his father?
Owen. He has too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're being a douchebag, Owen. A big old swinging dick. And the classic shot again. I mean, so far this movie is okay. It's pretty good. So far this movie is pretty good. I mean, it's got good music. The practical effects are great. I don't know. Nowadays wouldn't use practical effects at all. I mean, there's some cases where they will, but then there's a lot of cases that just use CGI. Especially the prequels. I think the prequels overloaded the fucking movies with CGI.
What are you doing hiding back there? It wasn't my fault, sir.
I was jerking off, sir. Oh, the Sand People. These beautiful indigenous creatures that would never harm a soul. They're very nice. Look how nice these creatures. This is the second time I've seen the Sand People in these Star Wars movies so far this year.
They're Sand People, all right. I can see one of them now.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Look, these creatures are nice. They're very nice, loving creatures. Don't demonize them. You fucking freaks. Don't you ever demonize these creatures that are probably about to kill Luke as we speak. Those Tusken Raiders not hear R2 making all that noise? One of them's like, you hear that droid, right? Yeah, we hear him. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck. Still like to know how Obi-Wan made that noise, but I don't know. Just curious how he does that. Perhaps to the Force. I don't know, but I'm so curious. Like, what the fuck is that?
Hello there.
Hello there. Oh, you heard that.
Yeah, my little friend.
But I guess the Tusken Raiders paid no fucking attention to that. I do wonder why, like, in the Revenge of the Sith, they erased 3PO's memory, but not R2's. But I guess this movie wouldn't happen otherwise.
The Sand People are easily startled, but they'll soon be back, and in greater numbers.
Well, don't worry, they'll take you into their tribe if you do a favor for them.
I must have taken a bad step.
You were being treated nicely by the Tusken Raiders.
I don't think I can make it. You go on, Master. There's no sense in you risking yourself on my account. I'm done.
You're not. What kind of talk is that?
Stop being an overdramatic pussy. Come on. That's what Luke wanted to say.
No, my father didn't fight in the wars. He was a navigator on a spice freighter.
That's what your uncle told you.
Your uncle is a dick.
What is it? Your father's lightsaber.
I took it off him when he was burning alive.
Elegant weapon, but a more civilized age.
He was holding it while he was burning in hell.
And the Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
Honestly, this is what Rey needed to at least know what the Force is and what it's about, not just not know what it was and then fucking just was able to use the Force out of nowhere.
You can get a transport there to Mos Eisley or wherever you're going.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
Just let you know, your aunt and uncle are dead now. I like your aunt, but your uncle's a peak bastard.
Lord Vader, your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, or given you clairvoyance.
Nigga, what the fuck you just say to me? I like how you just smoothly walked up like, alright. You gonna keep talking that shit, aren't you?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
I do wonder this power dynamic between Vader and Tarkin. Like, shouldn't Vader be above Tarkin?
It did. These tracks are side by side. Sand people always ride single file to hide their numbers.
These are the same Jawas that sold us R2 and 3PO.
And these last points, too accurate for sand people. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
But why would Imperial troops want to slaughter Jawas?
Why would they try to blame the fucking why would they even bother doing all that anyway? Just kill the Jawas and call it a day. Don't leave me out here by myself with this fucking droid. Luke! Oh, shit. So, Obi-Wan, do you want to talk? No, I don't. Fuck off. That was funny that they used this song in The Force Awakens. And all I can think about when I watch The Force Awakens is this is a song where Luke found his aunt and uncle dead? Why would you use this song? I mean, it's a minor thing, but it's still kind of funny to me they would use that song. Hey, this is the Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen death song. The Burn to a Crisp song. You want to? How empowering is it for Rey to use a lightsaber? By the way, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru are dead.
Now, Your Highness, we will discuss the location of your hidden rebel base.
Let's discuss our hidden rebel base, which is how David Prowse sounds in the original, without James Earl Jones' voice. That's gonna go up your ass. You know that, right? I got a fetish for that kind of thing. All the stormtroopers like, what the fuck did he just say? What is R2 doing? He's just standing here staring at that burning body pile. And why is 3PO the one doing all this? Why is the Obi-Wan helping him? 3PO's like, is somebody gonna help me with this shit, please? I mean, anyone? Okay, fuck it.
I want to come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now. I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Good, now you have no choice but to come with me. Not your aunt and uncle are dead.
Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find the more wretched hive of scum.
Also known as Twitter. Or the beauty community, if you want to really get deep into that. Yeah, so there's not a lot of like crazy CGI shit going on here because it's the 60mm version, but
He can go about his business.
do these stormtroopers not know about the Jedi mind tricks and stuff? Like, I'm not saying they should all know about Jedi stuff, but I'm saying you think they would be a little more aware of the Jedi stuff, just in case. Even though they should be extinct by this point, outside of, you know, the only ones that are left right now is like what, Luke and Obi-Wan and Yoda and what's his name? Ahsoka. Ahsoka is left, and depending on the lore, I guess Quinlan Vos is still alive. It's amazing how all this was done practically. Like, some of these characters would be CGI now. And I think a special edition of Return of the Jedi made some of these creatures, not these creatures, but the creatures in that movie CGI, and it's like, you don't really need all that. But, I mean, I understand what you're trying to do and what your vision was, but it's fine the way it was. Look at that little creature. Fucking Satan's in this bar. They don't know I'm here to take all their souls. There's big hairy bastard behind me that'll help you. It's cracking, little bitch. What's cracking, Whitey? It's like, what?
We don't serve their kind here. What? Your droid.
The black guy behind you. Oh, wait.
Why don't you wait out by the speeder? We don't want any trouble.
I utterly agree with you, sir.
How can you serve droids? They don't. What do they drink? Do they drink anything? Hey, give me something to drink. Yeah, so like Luke seeing the Jedi mind trick works well. You know, he doesn't use the mind trick until I think Return of the Jedi, whereas Rey never saw it done at all. And I hate to bring up the sequels, but Rey never saw it done at all, and she like used it out of nowhere in The Force Awakens. It's like, has she even tried to use that before? But nice if we at least known that. I don't like you. I don't like you milk monkeys around here, boy.
He doesn't like you. Sorry.
I don't like you either.
I don't like you either.
Who the fuck are you?
Just watch yourself. We want it been.
A bit of a continuity error. Yeah, that always bugged me. Like, he's bleeding out here, but I think in later films, I think it just cauterizes the wound. Oh, inconsistent, but you know, what can you do?
I'm alright.
You better be alright, because I ain't fucking helping you out again.
Should I have?
It's the ship that made the Kessel run, unless...
And it has a sex droid, brain implanted into it now.
Not the local bulk cruisers, mind you. I'm talking about the big Corellian ship.
Is Chewbacca trying to catch flies in his mouth? What the fuck is he He's just sitting with his mouth hanging open.
What's the cargo? Yes, I bet you have.
As it was intended. No McClunky, no crazy CGI like dodge, which I thought was really odd. And they added that. It's a ruthless move, but guess what? He redeems himself in the end anyway, so.
It's secure. Move.
It's secure, like okay. Yeah, it won't open, so I guess they're not in there, obviously.
I would much rather have gone with Master Luke than stay here with you. I don't know what all this trouble is about, but I'm sure it must be your fault. You watch your...
Now he's turned into Nikocado Avocado. It is your fault! You see the eyes on his, the lights on his eyes blinking every 5 minutes? Every 5 seconds or some shit. How Nikocado does it? I don't know. It's really bizarre what he does. He's a very bizarre individual. Hey, Greedo's alive, at least. I love that spy there is actually like a boss in like one of the... in the Lego Star Wars game. I think it was Complete Saga. He's like a boss or something. I always thought that was kind of funny. I was like, oh wow, everybody's a boss. Oh, stormtroopers in their glorious aim. What the fuck is that? Wait, looking up at the ship. I really do like that a lot of this is practical. It's like, wow, even the spaceship stuff is practical. Not that the CGI is bad, because the CGI in the prequels are mostly good. The CGI in the prequels are mostly good. Mostly. There are times where it looks really cartoony and clunky, and there's other times where it doesn't look bad at all. Like some of the clones in Tekken. I'll shoot your ass at the airlock. Shut up.
This station's destructive power on your home planet of Alderaan.
No. Alderaan is peaceful. We have no weapons. You can't
You will
possibly...
prefer another target, a military target? Then name the system.
Start talking, bitch. You about to choke this bitch out? Where the fuck is that? Better start snitching. What's going on? We're good. And this is an unexpected twist anyway, that they're blowing up the very thing that Luke and Obi-Wan were trying to get to. Yeah, but the destruction of a planet was done far better in Rogue One. That was actually a pretty well done scene too, if I remember correctly.
Upset a Wookiee.
But sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do.
Why are Wookiees such little bitches when they lose?
I suggest a new strategy, Art. Let the Wookiee win.
Oh, look at that! Jedi, someone training to be a Jedi. It's almost unheard of at this point.
See? You can do it.
I call it luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Look, good against remotes is one thing. Good against the living, it's something else.
Luke's such a Mary Sue. He's more of a Mary Sue than Rey. Okay? You know, he's like literally training, but whatever. I do love this music from John Williams. Like, man, he can direct a fucking score. I'm gonna look it up right now. I think he's like in his 90s now. It's like, good God, man. If he were to pass away today, I'd be sad, but like, I also be like, you know what? He's done everything. He's done all he could. I mean, I would be at peace with that because like he's done everything. Looking up John Williams' age right now, he's 90. Yeah, he's just 90 years old. Thank God. Good God, he's still alive. Thank goodness.
Sense something. A presence I've not felt since.
A presence you haven't felt since that Obi-Wan Kenobi show. which will kind of record it to be like he actually met Vader again on some other planet or something. I don't know why they felt the need to do that, but that's just me. Sneaky move. Nice move.
Boy, it's lucky you have these
I use them for smuggling. I never thought I'd be smuggling myself in them. This is ridiculous. Even if I could take off, I'd never get past the tractor beam.
Leave that to me.
Damn fool, I knew that you were gonna say that.
Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows?
That's actually kind of a great line. I was sitting there thinking, like, he could have scanned the ship from where they from a certain, like, another part of the ship, right? They didn't have to go in there to scan them. I don't know. They trying to wait for an elevator in real time. By the way, apparently that line from Mark Hamill was actually improvised because he actually couldn't see anything in the helmet, which is kind of a funny thought. Like, that Mark Hamill can't see a thing in the damn helmet.
This is not gonna work. Why didn't you say so before? I did say so before.
He technically did. I think. Wait, where's my favorite Imperial ever? One of my favorite Imperials. He's coming right now. There he is.
Where are you taking this thing?
Prisoner transfer from cell block 138. I was notified.
1138. That's another reference. I love how they try to play it off like Chewbacca was getting free. Like, oh my God, it's getting loose.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
What happened?
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
What up?
Negative. We have a reactor leak here now. Give us a few minutes to lock it down. Large leak, very dangerous.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway. Luke, we're gonna have company!
It's actually a pretty good moment. He's just... Remember when that Star Wars cartoon tried to make Leia look like the only competent one during this mission? Which was kind of weird, and I was like, that's a weird, like, way to portray that scene. The Lego Star Wars version of this was always kind of funny to me. I don't know how they do it in the Skywalker saga version, but, like, in the complete saga version was kind of funny. Or the original trilogy version.
Listen to them, they're dying!
It's actually kind of a funny moment. Oh boy. It's always kind of a funny moment. It's like 3PO's just not self-aware at all.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
No reward is worth this.
It's like Han and Leia being dicks, and Luke is the only like pure soul in this whole thing. Maybe Chewie.
Good luck.
Sweet Home Alabama. She did kiss him in that scene, right? I like to just bump faces a little bit.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
It's funny because there's a fan-made version of this scene. It's a little more cinematic and a little more action-packed, but I've seen people bitch about that scene so much, as Star Wars fans do. You know, just fan-made projects that just done for fun, you know, they ruin the integrity of everything, I guess. Like someone making an edit of Cad Bane, because, you know, that's ruining the already startling reputation of fucking Book of Boba Fett. But some people were bitching about that scene, and I was just thinking, like, it's just done for fun, guys. I love it when Star Wars fans claim one side is worse than the other, when in reality it's just like, you guys both suck, you know, sometimes. No matter what it is, no matter how benign it is, you guys make a benign thing into like a fucking 9/11 times 40. I never understood that. But in the end, I prefer... As a fun edit, that scene was great, but as a part of this movie, it doesn't work, really. And, like, because then, you know, it adds more, like... These two are just dueling, not just, like, having an epic battle. And then you have, you know, Obi-Wan dying. It's like, that's... And you get a notice that Vader's lightsaber wasn't red at that time. And you notice in like the later like Lord of the Rings did something like that too, where it's like, you know, the old mentor dies, and it's unexpected in both movies. Like, oh wow, that guy is dead. That's crazy. Did not see that coming. Yeah, it is unexpected to have Obi-Wan Kenobi die in this first movie. It's like, whoa. I mean, I guess it's even more impactful when you watch the prequels, I guess, and follow him from Padawan to Master to, you know, this hermit goes out and has his last duel with his former apprentice. So.
Okay, stay sharp.
And it's crazy. There's no time to even process that Obi-Wan died. It's like, it's just we gotta go right back into the fray.
I got him! Great, kid! Don't get cocky!
Don't get penisy. As they said in Family Guy, which I thought was very funny. Well, that was intense. Yay! C-3PO just goes full Nikocado avocado every time. It's your fault that I'm melting. Wasn't it true they were gonna make Han and Luke brothers? Because that, I would love to know what that was gonna be like. What that dynamic would have been.
What do you think? You think a princess and a guy like me?
No.
Kind of funny because that does end up happening in the end. I mean, sure. Even though George Lucas never planned. Oh yeah, he did. He might have planned for that. I don't know. I was thinking about the Luke and Leia brother and sister thing. He didn't plan for that. That was confusing too. He didn't plan for the Luke and Leia brother and sister thing because he was going to do another trilogy after Return of the Jedi. That had another person be his sister. But Lucas said, fuck it, and just said, whatever, we'll just make it Leia. Just make it Leia. Fuck it. I don't care. I love that Rogue One was essentially designed to explain the plot hole of having a open exhaust port in in this movie. And it was just all a trick. It was all just a thing to provide a weakness to the Death Star. And I just realized this copy of the movie loses the scene between him and Biggs, who actually is in the final battle later on in a little bit. Actually, it says later on. It's like a little bit. Movie's almost over in like 20 minutes. So. And it's actually one of the few. This is one of the few Star Wars movies that actually end in a space battle. Because usually it ends in a lightsaber battle or something. And when I say this, I'm thinking about like Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith ending in lightsaber battles. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi ended in lightsaber battles. I guess technically Return of the Jedi ended in a space battle. But then you got Force Awakens and TLJ and the Rise of Skywalker that ends. I didn't think the Rise of Skywalker had a lightsaber battle at the end. It was just nothing between Rey and Palpatine. Just Palpatine making the same mistakes twice. But yeah, this is one of the few films that ended in a space battle rather than a lightsaber battle.
We can't find any rebel ships, Lord Vader, but they're so small they're evading our turbo lasers.
We'll have to destroy them ship to ship and get the crews to their fighters.
And this space battle alone is actually really good. Oh no, not Porkins. Of course, the fat guy is called Porkins. No, you're not alright. You just died. Yeah, there goes Porkins, by the way. May you rest in peace, I guess. Even Luke think he's tripping out right now. He's like, oh, what the fuck? Somebody should help me. Or not. I can't see him. Pretty sure that's Biggs, right? And they took away his scene and put it back in their special edition. I'm not sure why he deleted it in this movie from the final cut. Just waiting there, like, get some for us? This is making me want to play one of the Rogue Squadron games, like Rebel Strike. Rebel Strike was fucking crazy fun. I do like this race against the clock here. And it had it in. They had it in 2 of the Star Wars movies I watched before this. I don't think there was one in Attack of the Clones, but there was one in The Last Jedi. The race against the clock, where they had to destroy that battering ram thing, Death Star battering ram thing, before it blows up the facility or something, or blows open the doors and stuff. Which is, I mean, race against the clock stuff in general is not bad. It's actually pretty good. Keeps the tension going, but it depends on how you utilize it, I guess. So the way they utilize it in TLJ was kind of weird, including having Rose try to kill herself to save Finn.
Realize there are attacks and there is a danger. Should I have your ship standing by? Evacuate? In our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances.
I think you underestimate their chances. I think you're being a little too stupid and arrogant.
This is Red 2, flying toward you. Red 3 standing by.
Red Leader, this is Base 1.
Like the dumbest thing Tarkin does this whole movie. I mean, how many people wanted to recreate this space battle, like, since watching this? Even through games, or through toys, or through just general anything. I mean, hell, I love playing this level in Lego Star Wars, like the original trilogy and the complete saga. And I haven't gotten too far into the Skywalker Saga game. So far, I've only beaten the Phantom Menace once. I don't know if this is in here. Apparently, they took out a lot of levels from the original game. I actually like that little moment. It's like Beggar's Canyon back home, and it just cuts to, has that music beat. It's like, that's cool. But yeah, they took out a lot of levels in that game, apparently. And I think apparently one of them is the Death Star run from the first game. The second Death Star battle from Return of the Jedi, which is a horrific mistake. Like, you should never do that. But you should never have done that. That's horrible. Why would you ever do that? But so far, I'm enjoying the game, I guess. Except for that ass mouse controls, was terrible. But seeing this mission is like making me want to play that, or Rogue Squadron or something. Seeing this scene, I should say, not mission. Is this music? Like, there's a lot of stuff I like, and there's a lot of stuff I'm like, But it's like minor enough to not, not ruin the movie. See, that would have been more impactful if we had the big scene in the beginning. Or the big scene towards the beginning before this mission. This whole thing went down. Because when you see that scene, you're like, oh man, Biggs is dead. He was friends with Luke, so that made him... Luke must think he's tripping out right now. Trust the voice in your head. This gets Luke sent to like a mental institution in Star Wars.
You switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm all right.
I'm alright, and he just ends up dying. I'm alive! And that's what you think, oh my god, is R2 dead too? I was kind of impressed how they did that in Rogue One. You may fire when ready. That whole line. It's like, oh wow, they got the line down, I guess. Right? He says that. And it's nice to see Han Solo come back at the last minute. Like, that was pretty cool. I don't know what took him so long, but... And that's the end of Tarkin. That little musical piece, too, with the victory, I guess you call it. I don't know the name of the track, but... What's her name? You said Carrie? Oh, her name was Leia, but okay.
Oh no. Oh my. Artu, can you hear me? Say something. You can repair him, can't you? We'll get to work on him right away. You must repair him. Sir, if any of my circuits or gears will help, I'll gladly donate. We'll be all right.
They just walk away arm in arm like, yeah, yeah, it'll be all right. You'll be all right. Anyway, let's celebrate. Oh, that's kind of funny though. Oh, the good old days when Star Wars was not, the fandom anyway, was nearly as dog shit. And people didn't pretend that Empire Strikes Back was a hated film or something. The future looks bright, and then it got real bleak real quick for this franchise. Well, it got bleak within 16 years, but it still got bleak. Oh, I hate that. I kind of retroactively have a thing against this metal scene now, because did they try to make a meme to turn that meme into a thing in like the Rise of Skywalker? That Chewbacca didn't get a medal and something. It's like, what are you serious? Look at the shine on that robot R2. Yeah, so I might as well start talking about this movie now. This movie, movie's pretty good. It's not, the worst. It's far from the best Star Wars movie. I think that will come in like another 1980, so I might cover that in 2024 or 5 maybe. I think 2025 is when I'll cover that again. Well, I actually cover that movie. And that's gonna be a long time from now, because next year I will cover the Return of the Jedi. But yeah, this was not a bad movie at all. I mean, it's not a great movie. It's pretty good though. I like the acting for the most part's fine. I like Alec Guinness. I like Peter Cushing's pretty cool. James Earl Jones' voice acting is great. Harrison Ford's pretty good. Mark Hamill's okay in this one. He would get better, as time goes on in this franchise. He would get a lot better. I guess same with Carrie Fisher with her in and out British accent. I don't know what the hell that's about. I yet to read anything about that. The effects is great. I mean, using the practical effects, is like a dying thing nowadays because we have CGI and all that stuff, and there's some CGI. Like recently, the Batman just revealed that whole wingsuit scene was actually practical. Like, holy Jesus, practical effects should make a comeback more so than before. Like, it should make a comeback at some point, not just in some certain scenes. But this was pretty good. The music's great. I love John Williams' score for this movie. It's fantastic. It's just sad to see the fan base go the way it is. Like, even with that scene with Luke destroying the Death Star, people still call Luke more of a Mary Sue because of that one moment than Rey is in Force Awakens. I'm like, are we serious? It's sad that, we can pick out a few problems in one movie and say, see, this one's bad too, but like, yeah, let's pair this up with the other bad moments in the other films you're trying to defend to me right now. This was back when, it was just Star Wars, and it was a great movie that people liked and saw 100 times and made a cultural impact, and not the bus fire it is today, whether it be from the, from the content side of Star Wars or from the fandom side, where it's all bus fire now. And watching this 60mm version of the movie, it's actually pretty interesting. I was actually like, wow, this actually is cool. It's almost like I'm watching it from back in the 70s or something. And apparently, I've seen pieces of the other ones, but apparently those actually look better. So that's cool. So that's it for Star Wars. Covering all the Star Wars movies. I covered Attack of the Clones, TLJ, this. It was a long road to get to the good Star Wars stuff, but now we're here, Oh man, all these people are not even alive anymore. Like I said, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and James Earl Jones, like the only alive people. Maybe the guy who plays Wedge is still alive. But yeah. But that's it then. Star Wars, The New Hope, or just Star Wars. It was fun to come back to this movie. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give it about a solid 7 out of 10. That's not bad. But yeah, I'll do more stuff next time. Maybe Spider-Man. You'll never know. But I'll see y'all later.